my spooky darlings, and welcome to Streams and Screams, the online show thing in which I watch a film that is currently available online that I liked, and I tell you about it. Today, I am doing something a little bit different. This movie is available online. I am not lying. It's not streaming, but you can rent or buy it, and I highly recommend you do if you have or have not seen it, because if you have seen it, you'll know it's worth buying. And if you haven't, trust me, it's really great. So I actually have this one as a physical copy that I received from Toronto After Dark Film Festival after I saw and reviewed this film there when it came out in 2018, and I am talking about Overlord. This movie is absolutely amazing, and I'm going to tell you why. So again, this film came out in 2018, and it's worth noting that 2018 was like a crazy year for horror movies. We had Hereditary that just knocked everything else out. Nobody was talking about anything other than Hereditary, basically. But you also had Annihilation, A Quiet Place, Halloween, Upgrade, Suspiria, Mandy, The First Purge, Cam, which was excellent. There was a lot that came out in 2018, so this one flew like dramatically under the radar, which is an absolute travesty. Overlord was directed by Julius Avery. This movie takes place on the eve of D-Day, follows a group of American soldiers as they fly across to France to be dropped off to do a very, very important mission that will turn the tide of war. But along the way, all their ships get shot down, their numbers significantly dwindle, and they are left with a small, very, very small crew of men to try and complete this very important mission. However, there is some horror afoot, and they find themselves face to face with a number of horrific scientific experiments gone wrong. Mutation is the word I'm going to use. They're basically zombies, but they don't feel like zombies, so that's important, I guess. Overlord stars Jovan Adepo as Boyce. He is the star of the film. He is the man we are following. He is the hero that is absolutely not supposed to be here. The poor guy, he is not meant for war. He is not a warrior. He is not a soldier. He's just such a sweet, pure, innocent soul that has nothing but the best intentions. In every scene, he just wants to do what's best. He wants to do what's right, and it's really heartwarming, and I love to see it. There's also Wyatt Russell, who plays Ford, who is such a badass in this film. He is such a great character, and he looks so much like his dad. It drives me crazy. There's this one scene where he's like fighting someone. There's a lot of scenes where he's fighting someone, but there's one scene where he's fighting someone and he's all battered and bloody, and he like turns his head just so, and I swear it looks exactly like Kurt Russell, just for a second. But anyways, he's excellent in this. I feel like he's having so much fun with this because he just gets to rock up with some brass knuckles and punch the shit out of everything, and it's really great. So anyways, Overlord has basically everything you could ask for in a war movie. It has an incredible and very important focus on the horrors of war, which is terrifying. It has explosions, it has fight scenes, it has zombies too, that also works. It's got a lot of tension, it's got a lot of horror. It's got it all, baby. It's excellent, and there's some wonderful moments of just beating the crap out of Nazis, and that's always really amazing. Overlord also has a spectacular villain played by Pilou Asbaek. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, and I apologize. He plays Captain Waffner, and he is awful and just the worst person that you want to see destroyed thoroughly. But also love to highlight Mathilde, Ollivier, who plays Chloe Laurent. She is such a great character as well, and I love that she's introduced not as a love interest, not as a damsel to be saved, but someone who is there to help and someone who they need to get everything accomplished. I love to see that in horror because I'm really, really sick and tired of seeing female characters that are introduced solely for the purpose of having a romantic interest. I hate it. I'm sorry. It gets really tiring. This film also has a really awesome use of horror. There's a whole scene where Boyce is kind of navigating his way through, and you feel unsafe. It feels like you are holding your breath. You're hoping that nothing happens to him because this is the worst possible place for him to be, and everything that he encounters emphasizes that. Another thing I would like to highlight, and this seems like a bit of an odd thing to fixate on, but the lighting in this film is actually excellent. Everything is perfectly lit so that you can tell what's going on when you need to, and I know that seems like a very obvious thing for a film to have, but you'd be surprised. There's a lot of movies that I end up watching that you cannot tell what the hell is going on during night scenes, and this film resolves that issue. It also has some really unnerving visuals that are emphasized by the lighting in a way that kind of highlights the terror while also making it look oddly beautiful. There's a whole scene where they're walking through the forest at the beginning with paratroopers that just didn't quite make it, and it's haunting, but it just looks so good at the same time. I don't know, but I really enjoy it. The score is excellent. It pushes the action so well, especially during those fight scenes. I'm a sucker for a good fight scene. I'm a sucker for a good action film, and this movie has some really great moments of both. It's an excellent action film. It's an excellent war film. It's an excellent zombie film. It's an excellent horror movie. Why is nobody talking about this movie? All around, I just think that this film is not appreciated nearly enough because it is so freaking good. I don't really know what more to say about it other than the fact that this is a film that totally flew under the radar. It has such badass moments of action. It has some awesome character turns and development, and you really kind of care about everybody on the screen except for those Nazis. Screw those guys. Okay, there is a transformation scene. I love body horror, and this has such fantastic body horror. Admittedly, some CGI stuff, but honestly, I don't even care because it's such a fantastic overall mutation that you kind of have to. Listen, I'm all for practical effects. Trust me, love them, want to see them always, forever, near and far, close together. But I just think that this is such a cool scene that works really, really well for me. Really gnarly body horror, really gnarly transformation, and I am here for it. I'm sorry. But no, I'm not apologizing. It's a great scene. I don't know really what more to say about Overlord other than it is highly underappreciated. I thoroughly encourage you to rent it, buy it, watch it. I love this movie. I think it's so much fun, and it's also just a really enjoyable war film for horror fans because we like that kind of action too sometimes. It's just a wild, fun, explosive, traumatic, emotional, dramatic ride, and love to see it. So if I were to pair this film with another for a double feature, I would probably go with Trench 11, which is available on Tubi. It is another excellent World War II zombie film. It's a Canadian film. It's a lot of fun. It's really got some excellent body horror in that one as well. There's like bits that remind me of just like flailing spaghetti, and that sounds stupid, but it's really not. It looks great. So check that one out as well. So Overlord, you can buy it or rent it on Amazon Prime, YouTube, or Apple TV. Trench 11 you can watch on Tubi and Plex for free at both places. And if you would like to watch the trailer for Overlord, you could do so right here. We will put a link there, and I hope you enjoy. Let's go out there and... Okay, wait. So I'm editing right now. Initially, when I recorded this, I said, essentially, let's get out there and do something violent to those terrible bad guys. But then I thought, that's going to get flagged for sure. So this is different and better. Enjoy Overlord, and goodbye.